Hey, welcome back. If you've been here before, thank you for coming back. And if you've never been here before, my name is Joni, and I basically teach paint parties. And what I'll do is I post when I'm painting the paintings for the paint parties, I'll post them up here in a long format most of the time. Sometimes it's a short, and usually there's a long format associated with it, so that you can follow along from home. So you don't have to live here in Tennessee and do a painting, not being able to go to a paint party in person, so you can do it online. So today I think I'm going to do something a little different. I'm just going to work on some basics. I'm going to make a shorter video, hopefully. And I thought today I might do some color mixing. So let me change this to the camera from above, and we're going to just start with some very basic color mixing, because I know some people have some problems knowing what colors to mix with what to make what colors. So we're gonna make what I consider a basic color wheel. So I have red, green, and blue, and I also have white and black I haven't put on there yet. And this is a multimedia pad, because we're just doing an exercise. I have other paintings in here that just fell out, but that's okay. All right, so let's just start. We'll make a color wheel. And we're going to do red. I've not practiced this, so hopefully this will all work out. We're going to do yellow. And we're going to do a basic blue. All right. So from these three colors, I can essentially make just about any color. And when I first started teaching paint parties 11 or so years ago, I just brought blue, red, yellow, white, and black, and we all mixed our own colors. So what we're going to do, and I'm going to use the plate here to mix my colors, is we're going to mix yellow and red. And we're going to make a nice little orange. Now, red is a stronger color than yellow. In theory, if you put equal amounts, someone thought I said SIRI. In theory, if you put equal amounts, it will create that color, but it'll still tend to be more on the reddish side. So we're going to put a little more yellow, create an orange. And then we can take our blue and our yellow, and guess what color that makes? Green. That's pretty close to equal amounts. Maybe a little bit more blue than yellow. A little bit in there. So the trick is, depending on what color green you want or what color orange, so how much yellow or red or blue or whatever color we are making. And so that's our green. Could probably go a little more yellow to that, make it a little greener. That's a little greener. I don't think my color wheel is going to be perfectly round. That's okay. So then the next color is going to be red and blue, and that makes, wait for it, purple. And pretty much an equal amount of each one for these, because they're both strong colors, will create the color you need. Now you'll look at it and be like, wow, it's so dark and it looks brown, very blue. Purple does tend to lead to the bluish side. It's usually considered in the family of blue. But it's okay, because we can make it lighter and darker. All right, so these are your primary colors, your red, your yellow, and your blue. And these are your secondary colors. Your orange, your purple, and your green. So then we can take our orange and yellow and make what's called yellow orange. Take our red and our orange and make a red orange color. We can take our yellow and our green and essentially create a yellow green. Take our blue, our green, and make a blue green. And the same for the purple and the blue. And that's your basic color wheel. And those are called, and because I'm a camera, I'm going to completely forget. Tri-Sherry colors. I know them all, I really do. It's just sometimes I get a complete brain fart. So now I've gone and messed up some of my by blending, but let's see. Got my purple here, and I'm going to add some white to it. And so we can tint the colors with white. Make it a little lighter still yet. And so on and so forth. So to make a more of a lavender color, we're going to add white to purple. The same thing for the red. Tint to red with some white. So you can get lighter shades. I'll take the orange and do that. Oh, I'm actually working from the wrong orange. I was working from the yellow orange. Same thing with yellow. Tint it with a little white and lighten it up. Same with the green. Now I like to lighten green, and there's more than, you don't have to add white to lighten a color. I'm not a fan of lightening green with white. I prefer to lighten green with yellow. Which you can do. Let's lighten that up a little bit. And then finally, we can lighten the blue up with some white. And of course the opposite is true. So you're tinting with white to make a lighter color, and you can just keep going down and down until we get to almost white. But if you need to make them darker, you shade them with, well, you can shade them with black, or you can use a darker color. So you can make, some of them kind of have to do black, and some of them you can just kind of go more with the darker of the two colors. So make a darker purple, add more blue than red. But you can still use black. So for instance, same thing with red. Actually, I can kind of, without making it purpley, without making it burgundy, maroon color, and then for our purposes, for our basic paint party stuff and basic coloring, we'll tint it with a little bit of black and make a dark maroonish kind of red. And again, the same with the orange, and just the tiniest bit of black, because black is so strong and it's not necessarily going to look good on all. So with orange, I want to tint it with more red, not black. But yeah, I'm not even going to do yellow that way. I guess I could try it, see what it looks like. You can see there's some things I never do. Oh yeah, that's right. The yellow and black will make a greenish color. It's kind of my go-to for more of a natural greenish color. Tiny bit of blue and black. And I'm going to show you something pretty fun. Alright, so darker blue, little tiny bit of black. Just be really, when you add black to anything, just add the tiniest bit. Alright, so we've got our purple here. It's really watery. I gotta kind of make a new purple. I used it all. Mixing. So one of the fun ways of a color you wouldn't think of, if you want to make, say, brown, what you want to do is mix each one of the primary colors. Now remember, the primary colors is red, blue, and yellow. So I'm going to mix some red, blue, and yellow. And what you'll get, once you get the right amount of red, blue, and yellow in there, so 2 blue, And all this mixing takes practice of how much you're going to wind up with the brown. And what color brown will depend on how much of what, and you can tint it or shade it, make it darker or lighter. But sometimes lightening it up just takes using something like yellow instead of white, or a combination. You don't want it to get too yellowy. So you can get all kinds of shades of brown. Okay, so you want to make a turquoise or a teal. All right, so what you're going to do is you're going to take, I'm running out of room in my little mixing plate here. We're going to take green and blue. So green and blue and white will create a pretty turquoise color. Some fun purple. You can darken that just by adding blue. And of course, same pinks, the oranges, but you can create just about any color that you want with the color wheel. So we're just touching on it. There's all kinds of things that I could go on about, values and saturations and tones and all that, but we're gonna I just wanted to show some basic color mixing so that you would kind of get an idea that when you mix red and blue, you can get a purple. So if you wanted a different color in your painting, which I always encourage everybody to do, different colors in their paintings, then you'll kind of have an idea of if you want to make, you know, a turquoise background, then you'll know to add blue and green and maybe some white, depending on the color turquoise that you want, turquoise, teal. So anyway, I just want to keep this kind of short and just kind of informational, just so that you know how to mix colors. So I'm going to try and do little tidbits on how to do things here and there, interspersed between paint party paintings and stuff like that. The next paint party painting that I will probably be filming for here will probably be the moon, our bohemian boho moon. All right, well, thank you for stopping by. Let me know in the comments if this was helpful. Let me know in the comments what you might want me to show you next. Well, thanks for stopping by. Again, my name is Joni. This is You're the Artist Studio, and feel free to like and subscribe. I'd love it. And otherwise, you know, just have a great day. Thank you.